All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our weekly live stream here for the Kareem Kandi World Orchestra every Sunday at 6 p.m., unless otherwise advertised. We've got Greg Feingold on the bass, Stefan Schatz on the drums, and my name's Kareem Kandi. Welcome. If you've been watching these, you might be asking yourself, why is there a piano or a keyboard set up here? And the reason that a keyboard is set up is next week we have the great composer and pianist George Colligan who will be joining us, and so we just wanted to test things out and make sure we got a handle on this stuff before he gets here, so it'll sound as good as possible for you guys next week. So be sure to join us next week at 6 o'clock because it's going to be a great concert. And we've got a bunch of brand new music for you today and also next week as well. George is bringing some of his tunes, and Greg will have some of his, and Stefan will have some of his, and it'll be great. So we're going to get things started off here with an arrangement of ours from an old standard, and this is entitled Autumn Leaves. I hope you enjoy it. I should add, if there's any musicians out there, and there usually are that are watching, let us know how the sounds on this stuff and how we can adjust things to make it sound better. We'll do our best. All right, that was Stefan Schatz on the drums. And if you're an actual pianist out there, don't hate too much. I'm a saxophone player. But next week, please be sure to tune in because George Colligan is definitely a piano player. He's one of the greatest. If you're not familiar with his playing, he currently works in Jack DeJohnette's band, as well as a great band with Buster Williams and Lenny White. And I think he recently did some touring with John Schofield. He's played with a bunch of great folks. Go check out his website, and then please tune in next weekend because it's going to be a great concert. And we always have a blast playing some music with him. And we'll be doing an interview with him as well right here, live interview from 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock, and then the performance will be from 6 o'clock until 7. So at this time, we've all been busy writing. Greg wrote a new tune, which he forgot at home, so we won't be playing that today. Stefan wrote a new tune, which did not get printed out, so we won't be playing that today, but I've written 3 tunes. I came prepared, and we're going to play some for you at this time. Again, I'm horrible with titles. These don't have titles yet. They will. Let's just call this one song number 1 for now. It's a blues, and we hope you like it. Actually, no, we're not going to play that. We're going to play, this is another tune that's not the blues. Leave it at that. Which one are we playing? The other contrafact, not the ballad. Got it? Yeah. Actually, let's do 8 bars. Get us in here. You want something for that? No, it's fine. We're good. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. That's my fault. That's another tune that I wrote from last week. Sorry, let me get this together here. I got it. That was Lady Bird. It's, yeah, the other one. 1, 2, yeah, that one. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Well, kind of learned it by the end of the song, but we got there. We got there safely. We're going to continue on with another original piece for you at this time. Again, no title. Sorry. It'll get there eventually. I have an easier time writing the songs than writing the titles themselves, as you well know by now if you've been watching these. So see if you can figure out what this song is and let us know. What are we playing?
If it's a mystery to us, that's not as good.
Set us up. 1, 2, 3. All right. Well, we've got about 30 minutes left, and I was assuming that we'd have more material. No offense to the gentlemen. They were busy, and we didn't get the tunes today, but so we'll stall for time and play some other things as well. If there's anything you guys want to hear, let us know. We'll be happy to play it for you. We're going to try another brand new original tune, and you should know, I mean, we're basically like sight reading these right now. We like maybe sound checked on them for 2 minutes, but we have no idea what's going on, and we're kind of fine-tuning them. So they'll sound much better once we actually learn them, I promise. Not that they don't sound great right now. You're doing a great job. Anyways, we're going to play another piece for you, this tune. This one is The Blues that I mentioned earlier, and we hope you like it. All right, here we go. Thank you very much. We hope you enjoyed that. Okay, we're going to play something that's not an original piece for you at this time, and you probably know this. If you've watched any movie where there's like a love scene in the backseat of a car, you've probably heard this song. I'm not going to tell you what the title is, but you'll probably recognize it.
It'll be great. Is it in 6/8 and in C? You'll remember it.
So we played. I think the last time we played this live was at a club on Vashon Island called the Breadline Cafe. No, that's in Omak. The Dragon. Yeah, that's not ready. Snapdragon. That's what it was. Thank you, Snapdragon. We love you. Sorry, it's been a while. And I know the title of this tune. It's called Sleepwalk, and I can't remember the order of the gentleman that wrote it. It was either Santo or Johnny or Santo, one of those. But the audience was an older audience, and they were pissed that I pronounced it wrong. So which one was it?
I think it's Santo and Johnny.
We think it's Santo and Johnny. If it's not, we're sorry. But it's a great song, and I'm sure you've heard that before. There's a request. We have a request. We have a request for St. Thomas. We'd be happy to play that for you. All right, so before this will be our last song for the evening. Before we do that, again, I'd like to introduce the band. You've been listening to Greg Feingold on the bass, Stefan Schatz on the drums, and my name's Kareem Kandi. And as it says at the beginning of this post, we are a local nonprofit here in Tacoma, Washington, so we do lots of education and performances and international exchanges all throughout the year. Most of our programming is free and open to the public, so if you're enjoying these broadcasts that we're doing and you want to support our efforts throughout the year, feel free to make a donation. You can do that via Venmo or PayPal or mail an old-fashioned check, but everything helps and we greatly appreciate it. And to all the musicians out there scuffling right now, we know it's hard. I mean, believe me, we all are going through it too, but we'll get through it. So just patience, perseverance, and practice. And use this time to write and do all that other stuff. That's what we're doing and trying to keep things rolling here. So thanks for joining us. And we're going to close out here with a request by the great Sonny Rollins. This is entitled St. Thomas. Hope you like it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you so much for joining us. It's been a pleasure playing some music for you. Again, how about a nice virtual round of applause for Greg Feingold on the bass, Stefan Schatz on the drums. My name's Kareem Kandi, and please, like I said, next week with George Colligan right here on Sunday at 6 o'clock, both the live interview at 4 and then the performance at 6. So check it out. He's a wonderful musician. You don't want to miss it. And thanks for joining us. See you again soon. Have a good night. Thank you and good night.